Oh, ho, ho, ho. But then we have this giant monstrosity shit happening over here. Okay, how we doing? How we doing? Hey, we're actually holding up pretty well. Hey, look, it's my harvester that we created a while back. It came all the way down here. What a baller. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to 8-Bit Invaders. I'm your host, the Birdman, known as Falcon. This right here is the latest installment in the 8-Bit series. I'm not sure if you've played them thus far, but they have released 8-Bit Armies and 8-Bit Hordes. One of them is obviously an army-oriented game. The other one's a zombie game. This one right here, Invaders, is all about space aliens, which happens to be one of my favorite topics as well, which is the reason why we're covering this one. Now, these are all RTS titles, which is a real-time strategy, so the combats can take a while, the campaign can take a while because you have to build up your defenses, your units, your rounds, your resources. So I'm going to get into a campaign here as soon as possible, and we'll talk more about the game as we actually progress here. So let me go into campaign to start off with. When you come to this menu over here, you get to choose between either the Marines or the aliens. Do you want to prevent the invasion, or do you want to be part of the invasion? Obviously, for me, I want to be part of the invasion, so I'm going to pick up the Cranioids over here to start off with. Now, we have a couple of missions over here, and each race obviously has their own little missions to kind of deal with. I'm going to skip the tutorial because it's very simplistic and very basic. Saucer Flight is also an easy mission. All you have to do is go from one part of the map to the other one. I think the one we'll be doing for this video is going to be Crystal Clear, which happens to be the very first time you get to build buildings. Now, obviously, everything, as you can see, that's available to you in the game is not unlocked to start off with. You unlock it as you progress with the game. So, right now, we'll have access to building for ground units and also capacitors, if I'm correct. But we won't have the entire spectrum of the game unlocked to us, unfortunately. But it'll give you a good idea how it works out anyway. So let's go into Crystal Clear. If you choose Beginner, you don't get to do the Silver and Gold Star bonus missions. And if you do these, they'll give you like different rewards for further missions down the line. So you definitely want to go with either Normal or Hard. So you get an option to get more units for base, for more, I guess, levels down the line, which will make it a lot easier for you. So I'm going to go with Normal. And right now we have to, our main goal is going to be to destroy all 3 GMC resource enhancers. And Silver will be build 4 motivators, which is really easy. And the gold one happens to be kill 5 GMC harvesters in 10 minutes. That one I missed out on the first time around. But anyway, alrighty, so Crystal Clear, destroy all 3 GMC resource enhancers. That'll be our main goal, but obviously we have 2 different side missions to deal with if we want to as well. Let's go ahead and begin our mission here as soon as possible. Now, one of the things I will talk about is that I really hate the fact that for some reason you can't pause the game at any point here, and you move around the map with the arrow keys. I guess you could also use the middle mouse button as well, but you can't use WASD because you use them for shortcuts over here. Kind of bothers me a little bit, but whatever. Anyway, as you can see right here, we have ourselves this guy. What's your name again? You are the harvester, and this is going to actually gather some resources for us up here. We need money in order to make more units, more buildings, etc., etc. If we go around the map, we will notice there's another harvester over here, or another place for us to harvest. Somewhere down over here, you'll see a secret block. If you unlock that, it'll probably give you some really special units as well, but most of the times they're going to be guarded by the enemies as well. So right now, let's start off with, let's see, we have this bad boy here. Let's go and make ourselves a habitat, and this is going to be for us to make more ground units going forward. And the other thing we should do as well, assuming we have enough for it, we do. Let's make ourselves another harvester. This harvester is going to be built over here, and ideally, he should be running off to either this area here to harvest, or this one right here, as soon as he's built. And then we want to make some ground units as well. And the ground units will come from here. The more of these buildings you have, the faster they'll build them as well. So how about we go over here and do another habitat? Like, over here sounds pretty good. And there goes our harvester right now. Now, we do have a couple of ground units already and a couple of flying saucers as well. Let's see about gathering everybody here and moving forward. Ideally, you don't want to send everybody together because if you run into like a certain type of unit that's strong against a certain part of your group, it's an easy way to get dealt with really easily. So you definitely want to use some expertise in terms of like, you know, breaking groups off into different type of units and stuff like that. But right now, I'm over here just showing you the basics, not really too important. Plus, I've dealt with this mission already before, and I do kind of know what to expect here. So, this is going to be another harvester that I want to take care of. So, if I am correct, there we go. There's a couple of defense marines over here as well. So, if we could all gather up on him, we should bring him down, and there he goes down right now. And if we make ourselves another harvester now, he should come over here and hang out on this one, and it'll be more for us. Now, there is also apparently a secret block over here as well. So instead of sending everybody, I'm going to send this part of this group over here. I'll leave the aliens flying above. And let's also start building ourselves another... Oh, hold on. Let me keep an eye on this fight here first. This guy shouldn't really be too much of a brick problem. And let's see. Now that we've taken care of him, let's open up this block over here and find out what's happening. This is going to be a couple of more infantry units for the ground floor. That's fine. Okay. Next thing I want to do is actually build myself a motivator. We need 4 of them for the silver medal, so we do have the money for it, it does seem.
Harvester under attack.
Harvester's under attack. Uh-oh. Guys, on the attack, please. So the third harvester that we built is over here now, but now the Marines are sending troops after us actively, so they get back those harvesters back to them, and we don't collect those resources. So there you go. Now we'll be actively attacked as we go forward. Let's actually start moving our ground units up to that side if we can, and let's see. We have a couple of more dudes over here. I normally like to keep some of them behind for emergency defenses as well. But over here we run into a couple of opposition with another harvester as well. Okay. We should be able to bring this fella down soon. But behind us, where you going, buddy? Where you going? No, none of that. None of that. Let's see, that's already been built. Let's go ahead and make another motivator as well. And let's see. Our population's up to 80 now, so we should be able to build more ground units. Let's get a couple of these infantry units as well. Okay. I'm going through a lot of money here, but that's the reason why we're saving so much as well and trying to get capacitors up and running so we actually don't have to worry about limited building down the line. Okay, and I also want to go after the secret blocks. Now, the gold mission, I normally probably won't get it here this time around because I'm not a person that actually goes too fast with these games. I like to take my time just kind of looking around, so it really bothers me because I'm not a fast dude at all. I just like to take my time just looking around. So the gold one, unfortunately, because we have to do it in 10 minutes, I don't think we'll actually be able to succeed with it. Especially because I like to grab all the secret blocks, too. Alright, so far, so good. Pop these bad boys open if you can.
Aircraft crate.
We got all of them? Cool. Alrighty, so over here we should probably run into a couple more of these fellas and a couple of more secret blocks as well. Now, that's to say that we should probably take a look at over here and see what's happening. We have a lot of these ground units showing up, which is great. Let's have you guys start moving forward a bit because I know for a fact we'll be attacked here at some point. So if we're already ready for defenses, we should be fine. Over here we brought all these units down. At the moment, I'm not using much of a strategy other than just overwhelming these guys with numbers. That's all I'm doing here at the moment. Just overwhelming them. But, believe me, that's going to be the best defense sometimes as well. You're going to have to start splitting up your groups and start worrying about defenses. Like over here for now, our harvester is being attacked. So, please come over here as soon as possible. We might lose this one. We might lose it. Oh boy.
Harvester under attack.
I know he's under attack. We're trying to get to it. We got it. Alright, fellas. Here you go. Gang it up. Gang it up. Cool. Oh yeah, we actually got some of the long leg dudes as well. I like those guys. Alright, so that's fine. Let's start moving ourselves down this way. Harvester took some damage, but he's perfectly fine for the most part. And you guys come down this way. We could actually build up to like 45 more units. So let's actually unlock the silver medal by building another enhancer, I do believe. And we have a lot of good money happening as well. Let's also start building up some more of you guys. More of you guys. And maybe another harvester as well, because we have some paths open for the map as well. Now you start moving down this way.
Welcome.
And this giant militia move down to here. Now these, if I'm correct, are actually stationary defenses as well. And I do believe if we bring the... Oh, shit. Well, I'll get back to you about this, but here we just ran into a really huge amount of reinforcements, so this is scary. Bring this guy down as soon as possible. Come on, alien dudes. Do your little blasty blasty. The infantry are really good for the small little guys, so that's actually pretty good. Hey, how about you guys, how about you gang up over here, huh? Don't just stare. Don't let the infantry do all the work. There you go, see? Teamwork. It's all about teamwork. Alrighty. And we held up over here as well. Perfect.
Very well.
Now, I am pretty certain that we're about to get overwhelmed here pretty soon, but let's see how this works out. Yeah. This is the place I was kind of worried about, but we might have the numbers to actually pull this one off if I'm correct. Oh ho ho ho! But then we have this giant monstrosity shit happening over here. Okay, how we doing? How we doing? Hey, we're actually holding up pretty well. Hey, look, it's my harvester that we created a while back. It came all the way down here. What a baller. Alrighty. Now, you guys move down this way. Let's see about... We have room for a lot more, so let's actually make a couple more infantry back home. A couple more Cranioids. Let me jump back home. Oh my god. You guys are ready to move out, huh? How about you guys come all the way down here? And they'll start making a trip all the way from there as well. You guys are doing pretty good. There's an attack that we could do over here if we wanted to, but I'm not too worried about it. Let's actually move downwards now. And if I'm correct, it seems like our Gold Star mission is about destroying this over here, I suppose, huh? I could destroy it, but my Harvester's doing a pretty good number on it, so I'm gonna just hold off on it. I'm just gonna go for the mission complete. So, oh my god, here's my backup force. Jesus Christ. Okay. Oh my goodness god. These guys have no chance whatsoever. But however, I'm doing good because I actually already had the infantry unlocked for this mission. The first time around, my infantry units, the little purple dudes, were not unlocked. And they're actually very useful against a certain type of unit that we've been dealing with here thus far. But you start this mission off initially with just the Cranioids and the guys that you spawn with, the space alien craft and stuff like that. But you don't have the infantry units, so it's kind of more of a difficult mission because of that. Speaking of which, we are being attacked over here home. Guys, stop this fella. He's trying to bring down my enhancer. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Too bad for you. Okay, let's move forward again. The defense back home is now under control. Great. And then over here, we move forward, please. These guys are sending missiles my way, too. Oh, our big alien craft's about to go down. Oh, and we lost some units over here as well. My infantry's went down. Oh, no, my big space alien craft went down. Alrighty. Alright, so now they're doing pretty good now. This is where I talked about the reinforcements coming into play. So, luckily for us, we have a lot of these guys ready. So we'll bring them back over here, and we'll start building a couple more as backup. Luckily, we have a bunch of resources over here piled up, so I'm not really too worried about it. Okay, have we lost everything over here? No, we haven't. But we're looking pretty weak, so let's bring you guys over here to meet up as well. I wanted you guys to come down over here, there we go, and unlock these extra boxes. We might get some pretty cool units off of this one, too. So let's see, attack those and see what you can unlock for me here. My infantry units have now met up.
Infantry crate.
Oh, nice, we got the daddy long legs. That's what I call these guys. Daddy long legs, come over here. And here we go, we have big giant walker after us. But we have a really good number of units here, and we have this little backup force over here showing up pretty soon. Back home, we have built extra guys for home defenses as well. I'm not worried about this. This is basically our mission to take at this point. No luck whatsoever. And this right here is the one that's actually producing the units. So, as long as we bring these guys down, they will no longer be able to reprocreate, I guess. I guess they're over here getting down and dirty with the robot nonsense. But we bring this down, and no more giant walkers after us. So that's the first one down. There goes the second one. And at this point, it's basically game over for them. Hey, look, we actually completed the gold mission. Kill 5 GMC harvesters in 10 minutes. How about that? I wasn't even actively going for it, but we got it. Okay. And I guess we're basically done here at this point. There is little to anything they can do to actually stop this with the defenses they have left over here. There goes big giant walker down. As soon as you bring this guy down, it's basically over. And all we have to do now is destroy all the GMC enhancers, which happen to be 1, 2, and 3. We bring the 3 down, and it's over. First one is down. Anybody attacking us? No, we're over here just kind of like scouting it out, keeping an eye on things. Back home, we're also keeping an eye on things. Alrighty, that went pretty good. That's our mission done. And we got all 3 of them, too. That went pretty well. Thank you. But our leader is on another planet. Oh, gee, that Super Mario Brothers reference there. So this will tell you what you've done here. So, Falcon, 24,000 resources, units created 117, structures built 8, units killed 68, structures raised 12, and Gordon, I suppose, was probably the enemy AI unit. Only created 27. It built a lot of structures, though, but, you know, we basically ran game on this bad boy over here. Crystal Clear is now done, and we now have all 3 missions over here, so by doing that, we unlocked ourselves for the following mission. 1,200 reward for the following mission, or 1,200 more gold for resources, and also an extra harvester. Honestly, the gold rewards aren't really that great, but, you know, they're there to go. And then what you do is, over here when you do the flyaway mission, you have all these extra units to start off the map with, which is actually pretty cool. This is the loadout we have. This tells you what you have unlocked here thus far. But as I mentioned, there's also so much over here that we haven't even seen because you have to get further into the game for it. Like, for instance, there's like this... What is that supposed to be? This guy looks like... This guy looks like he's on the craft from Green Goblin from Spider-Man. That's what that reminds me of right here. But anyway, we have Fly Away, we have the resources now, we need to remove the opposition to our withdrawal. The humans have built several primitive air bases located in this area. Destroy them before we launch our transport. Our new pets should prove useful for your task. I wonder, I guess it means this over here, huh? Well, anyway, guys, there you have it. This is going to be 8-Bit Invaders. Really fun game, especially if you're into RTS titles. It's nothing really too in-depth. It's nothing too complicated to really get your head wrapped around. You could do well fairly easily, and you could also challenge yourself with normal and hard as well. I guess hard would probably be a more difficult task, but it's a, you know, relatively entry title for the RTS type of games. But really fun. It looks really nice. It plays really well, and that's what's really important. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a thumbs up. I will catch you next time.